I think it's important that we really start to learn more about them. Okay, everything that I just cited to you about medieval Scandinavian sources, etymology of words, and such, it's all well and good, right? It's fine. But we live in North America. I live in North America, right? The majority of my audience that listens to this podcast and watches this podcast are in North America. Um, so it would behoove us not to learn more about the spirits of the land where we are. And that being said, there's different spirits of different landscapes. The Vatir, the whites, the spirits of the land in Northern California or the Pacific Northwest are not going to be the same Vatir, not whites, spirits, whatever, of the lands in the Everglades of Florida. Nor will those be the same as the spirits that reside in the mountains of Appalachia. Nor will those be the same as the Vatir that exist in the Rockies or the Adirondacks or the Mojave Desert, or again, you can pick a landscape, pick the Gulf Coast, versus the Atlantic coast versus the Pacific coast versus the right. So point being is wherever you are, wherever you reside, wherever you've kind of established or set your roots up in, it would be appropriate for you to learn about those spirits that are native to the space and where you are. I talked about this a couple of podcasts ago, I think, when when we were talking about gifting. I may not have mentioned it on a podcast. I may have just posted it on my social media. Um, yeah, but anyway, it's the idea of gifting to the land, showing your gratitude to the land, and how one gift in one space may not be a gift in another space. Um, as an example, oranges don't grow natively in Appalachia. Okay, so if you're walking on a trail and you're eating an orange and you discard the orange rind, the peel of the orange, right, the outer part that you don't eat, and you just throw it into the wood line, or you lay it out there. Oh, this is for nature, right? Because it's organic, it's biodegradable, it's a gift to the land, right? Well, if that orange is not indigenous to that area, if oranges don't grow in Appalachia, then it could be toxic to the Vatir, the local spirits of the land that are manifested physically through its wildlife and uh, through the flora and the fauna that exist and thrive there, or should be. You could be poisoning the Vatir. You could be making the Vatir, the spirits of the land, the whites of the land, mad. You could be making them ill. You could be doing something wrong against them, whether it's out of ignorance or not. You need to know and understand the landscape. You need to know and understand who you're sharing your space with. So if you are in Florida per se, or any other part of the country where oranges grow indigenously, and the manifestations of the land whites, the Vatir, right, the wildlife can consume safely those biodegradable objects, right, the rinds of an orange or what have you, then by all means, you can incorporate those types of things into your practice of gifting to those spirits without it being received as as an ill gesture. But it takes the time of the person, of the inhabitants of the land to become familiar, to be educated, and to know who it is and with whom you're sharing your existence.